All right, welcome to our video series looking at analyzing home mortgage loans using Google Sheets. So as a quick reminder, you want to buy a house at $390,000, but you've saved 10% for down payment. On the last two videos, we looked at a 30-year fixed rate home mortgage that gives a 4.5% annual interest rate, compounded monthly. So we used Google Sheets goal seek function to get the monthly mortgage payment to be $1,778. 47 cents. And we went through how to use Google Sheets to figure out how much money the first month went towards your interest, how to find your total interest paid over the life of the loan, and then how much you owe after 20 years. So after 20 years, you owed $171,000 approximately. But what if you wanted to pay off your debt in 20 years? So if you want to do a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, you want your debt after 240 months to be zero. The goal is to make this zero. So two questions here. What's your fixed rate mortgage payment? And then how much interest did you pay? So the 20-year fixed rate monthly payment is, and we're going to have Google Sheets compute this for us. So I'm going to go back to Google Sheets and go back to Goal Seek. Again, that's add-ons, Goal Seek, open. All right, and what do we want to do? What do we want to set? I want to set the 240th month. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to 240. What we owe after 20 years. I'm going to click on that cell. And then over here, click on Use Selection. So that's sheet 242. But you could just click on the cell you want and click Use Selection. The goal is to make that equal to 0. And we're going to do that by changing cell your monthly mortgage payment, wherever cell that's entered. For me, it's C2. Click on Use Selection, and then click on the Run button. And your payment should get higher because you want to pay off this debt in 20 years instead of 30 years. It's going through its algorithm. So as it runs through, it's going through, kind of doing guessing and checking. Trying to make this cell 0. The goal is to make this cell 0. As you can see, it's kind of getting better and better. Of course, with Google Sheets, it's free software. Notice right here, the debt isn't exactly 0, but it's getting really close. So I'm going to scroll back up. So your monthly payment's going to be $2,220 and about 60 cents. This will change a little bit, but it's pretty much settled on this value. You'd owe the $2,220, rounded it to 60 cents. All right. Okay, now you want to figure out how much total interest did you pay on this loan. Let's first figure out the total amount paid is your $2,220, 60 cents, your monthly mortgage payments, and then how many times did you pay it? Times 240, 20 years. So I want total amount paid. I'm going to go up here, delete that. Let's write equals monthly mortgage payment, but now times 240. So you paid $539,000 or so. I'll write that down. So $532,943.83. So total interest paid is going to be how much you paid in total. 532,943.83 minus in your initial debt, $351,000. Actually, I didn't change anything. I already have that right here. So $181,000. So before we look at the next problem, notice If you pay it off in 30 years, total interest paid is $290,000. You would save in 10 years' time about $100,000. So save $100,000, but of course you'd have to pay $500-600 more per month over that time span. Okay, let's go to the last question. Suppose you could afford to pay $200 more than the minimum monthly payment. How long does it take to pay off the mortgage? And let's consider with the 20-year loan. So how long does it take to pay off that mortgage? Let's go to the spreadsheet. And what I'm going to do is take this number and just add 200. Right, instead of 2,222, let's make it 24. Oh, excuse me, I need to start with an equals. To start with an equals when you do any type of arithmetic. There you go, so 2420. And now I just need to scroll down until I see 0 or a negative number. So right here. So I'm going to write down after 209 months, you would owe $15.95 and 44 cents to the bank. So if you kind of go through this, it will take 210 months to pay off the debt. And let's see, what is that? 210 divided by 12. So 17 and a half years. 17 years and 6 months. So it would take 210 months or 17 years and 6 months to pay off your debt. So you'd be saving 2.5 years essentially off the 20-year loans, just paying an extra $200 a month. Okay, but how much do you save? You'd save on time, but is it worth it on the interest? Let's figure out your total amount paid. So that would be, how much did you pay? The 2420. Times how many payments? 210. So you paid $508,000 over 17 and a half years approximately. I forgot one thing, but also we need to then also pay in $1595.44. So what am I doing here? The C2 entry is your monthly payment times 210. But then you owe a little bit less, the $15.94 after that last month. I'm going to click enter. Look back one more time. Here we go. So let me summarize what I just did right there. The total amount paid is, so you paid the $24.20. 60 cents, and you actually paid that 209 times. So right here, 209 times, you owe $15.95, and then you had to pay your last month's payment, which is smaller, $15.95.44, and that's going to equal to the 507, 500.70. This would be how much total you paid. So then total interest paid is, we're going to take this amount, 570, and subtract $351,000, your initial debt amount. Do that right here. So total interest paid is going to be your total amount paid minus your initial debt. So $156,000, excuse me, $156,570. So just kind of as a big picture item, total interest paid is the total amount paid minus your debt amount, your initial debt. But just looking at these three options, if you pay 30-year mortgage and you only pay your minimum payment, you pay a total of $289,000 in 30 years of interest. If you decide to pay more, or right here, the 20-year fixed rate per month, your monthly payment goes up, but that your total interest paid goes down about $100,000. And then on top of that, if you could afford an extra $200 a month, your total interest paid drops down to $156,000. Again, this is in 20 years. All right, hopefully you found these useful.